everyone, BranDewleau here. So this is my 7th video, and today's episode I'm going to be doing more of dews around the world, and I'm going to be sampling dews from 4 different parts of the world. One from America, which is obviously, I'm going to start with that because they have the most selection, the biggest selection of Mountain Dews. And then I'm going to be doing Japan, which is kind of exciting because I tried my first Mountain Dew that outside of America and Canada, which is the Mountain Dew Violet. And then after that, I will be talking a little bit about my home, Canada, and then at the end, I will mention Thailand, which is because a friend of mine brought me a bottle of Mountain Dew from Thailand. Okay, so dews around the world. So we'll start off with, like I said, America, the big U.S.A., biggest selection of Mountain Dew, and the home of Mountain Dew, the creators of Mountain Dew. So I'll be starting out with the much anticipated new game fuels, which I've mentioned in my other videos before. It's because this is a big deal. They've changed the old game fuels. So citrus cherry and the old game fuels were always a big thing to me because they were like, it's a Mountain Dew made for gamers. And so this time, there was actually a lot of controversy in the States about this. A lot of people in the U.S.A. actually really dislike and don't approve of these new game fuels for 2 things. One thing, they removed the actual video game promotions off of the flavors, because before it was 2 different flavors and with a game promotion on it for a video game, like say like Black Ops or Titanfall. Like they used to do stuff like that, and now they got rid of them. And it's just as game fuel, so they can do it all year round and just don't worry about games. And the other thing they really dislike about it is that it's like healthier. It has fruit juice in it, almost like a Kickstart. It's a little bit healthier for you. It has juice in it, and yeah, and it's kind of like Kickstart. It has Mountain Dew, soda, and juice. Not like the old game fuels, which were just designed to be sugary and fuel you throughout your game. All right, so I'll be starting that off, and I'll be sampling the blue one. The blue one it's titled Charged Berry Blast. So I kind of like that because it's a Baja Blast. All right, so this one has a really good flavor. Like I would like to. It's actually kind of surprising to me that I'm going to say this is my favorite out of the 4. I've previously tried all of them quite a few times now, and the blue one, surprisingly, because I'm a huge Code Red fan, is my favorite. So I would describe it not really a like blue raspberry flavor. I like more of a berry, like a citrus berry, kind of like the previous game fuel citrus berry or berry monsoon or blue shock or something like that. That's more of just a different blue flavor, and I feel like maybe even like a vanilla notes, like it's just like a really good berry flavor with extra kind of like flavor there. So, and another thing with these new cans that I kind of want to mention is that they're textured. So you see the one side's like black and the other side, this side, if you feel it, it's actually textured. And yeah, and so like I said, I have to rate this number 1 out of the 4. Very surprising because it's not cherry, and I'm a Code Red and cherry guy. But so my second favorite one, as you guys obviously you're gonna guess it, it's got to be the cherry one. So the red one here is a Charged Cherry Blast Burst. Sorry, it says Charged Berry Burst, Cherry Burst. And I'm gonna show you the cool thing about these cans too. They have a top, so like the plastic top on top of the can, and it has a little seal here, and you pop up that seal and you just pop it up, you hear it, psh, and then you pull it back and it opens like that. Like I said, this is my second favorite one because it doesn't really remind me of citrus cherry, like the citrus cherry game fuel they had in the past. It more or less reminds me of kind of like a Code Red, just like a classic cherry flavor. Like almost if like Kickstart made a regular and not black cherry, like just regular cherry Kickstart, it would probably taste similar to this. Because they already have in the States, and for a short run, they had black cherry Kickstart in Canada, but they still have it in USA. So that's number 2. So that's my second favorite one out of the 4. And my third favorite one I would have to say is the Charged Tropical Strike. So they all have kind of unique names. And like I said, textured on the side. So this is my third favorite. It kind of reminds me of a previous game fuel they had. It was a Tropical Blast or Burst for the Forza game. Forza. It was a racing game. It was actually the last game fuels they did before they switched to these ones. They had a berry flavor and a tropical flavor, which to me it really tastes like almost like Pineapple Crush or like Tahina Treat, like very tropical flavors, kind of like mixed together. Like those two kind of mixed together, very pineapple, mango, kind of like tropical flavors. So yeah, that one was my third favorite. To me, it was hard to decide which one was my top, and like out of the 3, because I like all 3 of those like a lot, but I kind of had to go with the blue one because it just has a distinct flavor, and it really makes me want to go for the blue one first. All right, so those are the 4 game fuels. The brand new game fuels I wouldn't shut up about in my last few videos. Okay, so we got those done with. The next thing in America that they did this year in 2019 was the big thing they did Liberty Brew. So Liberty Brew, and they've done in the past for 4th of July, they did a U.S.A, which was 3 different flavors mixed together. It was Voltage, Whiteout, and Code Red, red, white, and blue, which makes sense. And so this year they had to go way over the top, and they were going to say, we did 3 flavors last time. This time we're doing 50 flavors, each flavor for each state. So they got this Liberty Brew that says 50 flavors in one, and really neat design on the can. So these were quite wicked. So they did a Liberty Brew, 50 flavors in one, dark blue flavor, almost looks like Voltage when you look at the soda itself. And yeah, this is quite great. Yeah, like I actually love it a lot more than the U.S.A, because like I said, that one was just 3 different previously mixed flavors, and this is a whole new 50 flavors in one, like a brand new flavor. Even if you said, oh yeah, it's 50 flavors, like, but what 50 flavors? Like, it's a new flavor in my opinion. All right, so we're gonna crack this bad boy open, and I'm gonna try for you guys. So I've already had a few of these too. A quite unique flavor. You kind of get like quite of a splash of like a lot of different like sweetness and berry flavors. To me, when I first tried it, I thought gummy bears instantly, like gummy bears or gummy worms, and a lot of people say that. Say it's very gummy, like candy flavor. So yeah, which makes sense, because if you think like gummy bears, like you grab a handful, you put them in your mouth, it's a bunch of different flavors in one. So yeah, so that's the Liberty Brew. If I had to like rate it out of 5 stars, I'd give it like 4 or 5 even, because like I love this. It's really good. So it's really just a really good like candy soda flavor. And it would be really cool that in future 4th of July, if they maybe just kept bringing this one out instead of like new flavors would be cool too. But like, yeah, because they kind of figured it out with this one, in my opinion. All right. So that is the Liberty Brew. So happy 4th of July to everybody. It's actually my mother's birthday on 4th of July, so it's kind of cool that they did a cool 4th of July Mountain Dew. All right. I wish Canada would get holiday flavors, but obviously we don't. We're lucky that we get some other flavors. All right, so the next and last thing I wanted to do for the American portion is the Pitch Black, and I'm gonna compare it to the Japanese Mountain Dew Violet, which is a grape and I think it said elderberries or what is it? With grape flavor. Oh, that's all it says. Sorry, I thought I had other description, but yeah, this is their version of Pitch Black pretty much. So this was super exciting for me because this is the first time I've tried a Mountain Dew that's outside of America or Canada. So it's imported Japanese Mountain Dew. So this, my friends, is Mountain Dew Violet. And yeah, I'm going to open this and compare Pitch Black to Mountain Dew Violet. So I'll open the Pitch Black first. There we go. So this is the American version. So back in I think 2016, maybe 17, they did a decision. So they got a vote in. Did they want to keep Baja Blast permanent or Pitch Black? And everybody in the United States voted for Pitch Black, so it became a permanent item. All right. A classic flavor, because I even remember in Canada way back in the day. I can't even remember the year off by heart, but they did bring Pitch Black in Canada once before. It was for like Star Wars Episode 3 or something, and with Darth Vader, and they did like a Slurpee, a Darth Dew, and they also had Pitch Black, and I got to try it when I was younger. I always remember it's just a really good classic like grape soda, really like, yeah, good grape flavor, not too like tastes like bad grape medicine. It just tastes like really sweet, awesome like grape juice with like soda and Mountain Dew. Yeah, Pitch Black. So that's the American version, and so we're sampling it and comparing it to the Japanese. So in Japan they still spell out mountain. So even just a few years ago, Canada, we used to spell out Mountain Dew without the abbreviation like we do now with the MTN like in America as well. So I'll crack this can. It's kind of cool. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's some Japanese writing and little arrows up and down to like show you what to do with that. So yeah, we crack this open. I really love the design on this can because it's just like really cool looking, really colorful, a lot cooler than the logo on this. It's just very like dark. All right. So this is definitely very different of like. Definitely still a grape flavor, and you get kind of notes of that Pitch Black, kind of classic Pitch Black flavor, but it's definitely very different from this. It's very like almost lighter and like sweeter tasting. I would almost say it like tastes more like a natural grape compared to like this like Pitch Black tastes like a very artificial like grape flavor, like just candy grape, and this tastes almost like, or like not almost like, yeah, like a real black grape like you would get from the grocery store, and almost like I guess kind of like a, if you've ever had like a Japanese like grape candy, like the little jellies that are shaped like a grape, it kind of tastes like that, and those are trying to mimic like a real grape flavor too. So I kind of get that from this too. If I had to choose one over the other, I don't know. Like probably the Violet, just because it's probably the rarer one. Like I don't know if they're gonna keep that in Japan or if it'll stick around. So this is obviously like, it's kind of a rare gem in my opinion, and it was really cool. Like that was the first one I've ever tried in Japan, like from Japan. So this kind of goes with like trying it different kinds from different parts of the world. So yeah, but the thing with Pitch Black, I've always wanted a Canada release. And I'll get into that a little bit later when I'm talking more about Canada and stuff. But yeah, like I would love to see this around more and it to be more like, because I think with the States too, it's only available in certain states and not everywhere. So it's kind of like becoming, even though they voted in, it's becoming more of a rare Mountain Dew for them too. So I would like to see it around more and maybe a possible Canada release in the future. All right. Hey everyone, so before I get into the Canadian things and the other stuff, I want to go back into the American things and readdress the game fuels, because I actually realized I didn't actually open and sample the Tropical Strike and the Original Dew. I didn't actually really mention the Original Dew, but that's because it is my least favorite. It's just like Original Dew with like a little bit of, I guess, extra kickstart, like electrolytes or whatever they added. So yeah, like it was boring to me. Like I thought for like green they should have done like green apple or a different cool green flavor, but they just went with original dew. So yeah, it's obviously my least favorite. So I'll crack open the tropical lime here, give it a couple sips. I already gave my review of it. Like I said, it's like pineapple, kind of like the tropical smash that was the previous Game Fuel from before. So yeah, a couple of sips of that. Now trying again, honestly, I also remember I did compare it to the mango lime kickstart. Actually, it actually kind of reminds me of that quite a bit. All right, and I'm just gonna crack open the original here, the green one. Honestly, it's funny because I like the design of this one the most because it's green. It's like that's my favorite color, and yeah, like it looks cool, but it's the most boring flavor, just original dew. Big whoop. All right. Yeah, kind of just tastes like regular dew with a little bit of extra like juices and kickstartness. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, one last thing I wanted to mention about the Game Fuels is that, because I mentioned before they didn't do a game promotion for these. Actually, when it was first released, they did do a game promotion, Brawlhalla, which is like kind of like Smash Bros. Or just a brawler type fighter game, 4-player online, like free to play game. Brawlhalla did this promotion where they had the Game Fuels and ads, and for the week that it was first came out, they had ads for Game Fuel on the game itself. When you played it, there was little emojis and things for the characters. They would be drinking the Mountain Dew cans when you win or after you play around, or you could set it up as a taunt. So you drink some Mountain Dew can. So I thought that was really cool. It was just the classic green one, but yeah, it was a cool gimmicky kind of thing, kind of like an absinthe for them not putting a game on the cans. But yeah, that's all I'll say about these, and we'll move on. All right, so we did a little walk to the Husky gas station, and we got ourselves Blue Shock freezer, or Blue Shock slush, and so this is actually to address the Canadian part of the video. So we did America and we did Japan, which was the violet, and this is Blue Shock slush, which is available in Canada right now at Husky gas stations and also Circle K Canada. I got a big sign from it from one of the Circle K's, and that's awesome. And it's kind of cool because we have voltage in cans, but we've never had Mountain Dew Blue Shock as a soda. We've had the slush before at 7-Elevens like years back, so it's kind of cool that this flavor that's surfacing up back, because like, to be honest, like voltage is a blue raspberry, where this is like a berry citrus, more of a berry flavor, not just raspberry. People think like blueberry or like, you know, other flavors like that. So yeah, I really like it, like a lot more than voltage. It's cool, kind of cool. I don't know if you could tell, but it, like, I didn't drink too much of it yet, but it's supposed to like kind of turn your tongue blue and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool, Blue Shock. So yeah, so the big thing of Canada that I wanted to mention is actually kind of the lack of stuff we got this year in 2019. So we got Baja Blast, which is amazing. Like, we got it kind of last year, and in the beginning of this year, we got it in cans and bottles. And the cool thing with us, it doesn't say limited time. So I'm pretty sure, and we got confirmation from Dew Canada saying it's here to stay. So that's awesome. But the sad thing is we kind of got like, we got things taken away. We got Code Red discontinued, and also the Black Cherry Kickstart. So our both cherry products are now gone. And so the only things and Ice is discontinued, but nobody cared about that. But yeah, so the only things that we have is Baja Blast, Voltage, regular Dew, and like Diet Dew. So like, I would love to see more flavors in Canada. And yeah, I'm just a little disappointed with 2019 besides Baja Blast. And like, it's cool we got this, but I feel like it's not a soda, it's a slush. And we always get cool slush flavors in Canada, so it's not a big deal, even though it's like, it's cool that we got this, but you know, I'm still slightly disappointed, like, because, you know, in America they get all the cool holiday flavors and stuff like that, and like the 4th of July one that I sampled and stuff like that. We don't get that in Canada. We just get the basic flavors, and we're lucky if we had Code Red for when we did and had to do Democracy and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of like. And the one last thing I do want to mention is a friend of mine. He got me a Thailand Mountain Dew. So that was kind of cool. From what I know of though, I think it's actually, they don't make Mountain Dew in Thailand. So it's actually a really cool bottle here. It's got like the regular Mountain Dew and then their like language Mountain Dew on there. It's really interesting bottle. I'm not going to open and sample it in this video. It's just regular Mountain Dew and it's very expired. I think the year on it, I can't even tell what the year is, but maybe in a future video I will sample this if I do get enough comments and people saying, hey, I want you to try it. Maybe I will open it up with my friend who did grab it for me, and because I do maybe want to open it one day and just buff it out because it is kind of warped because it's so old. But yeah, so there's that. That kind of concludes my Dews around the world. So alright, see you guys in my next video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and stuff like that. It's my same username, BranDewleau. And yeah, just see you guys in the next video. Next one I'll be doing probably a Mountain Dew edition, sorry, a Halloween edition for the voodoo and stuff like that. So alright, see you guys in the next video.